All right. Good morning. Good afternoon, I should say. Hi, everybody. It's time for the Robin's Nest Live. It's Friday, and that essentially means that we are going to be focusing more today on vocal agility. And so today we're going to do some exercises that will build our agility in terms of patterns. We're going to use patterns to work on our agility today. Okay, so we're probably going to do some descending thirds. We're going to do some twisties and turnies because that helps us in other ways to make sure that our voice is able to move and do whatever it is that we would like it to do, right? Vocal agility, yes, has a lot to do with being able to go up and down and sing through scales really quickly, but also patterns. Patterns are a really, really, really great way to build agility as well. So if you're hanging out with me in the Robin's Nest Live, say what's up, say hello. I would love to say hello back to you. Okay, whether you're watching me on YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok, say what's up. And let me just say, if you're gonna work with me, you know how it is. I gotta make sure that the rules are set because I can't see you. I'm not there with you. And so if you're gonna warm up with me today, you gotta promise me a couple things. Number one, you got to promise me that if anything hurts, if anything feels strained at all, that you will stop, okay? Singing should not hurt. Singing should not cause you any pain or like major discomfort. So if you're feeling that in your voice as we go through these exercises, please stop. Come back to this later if you want to do this at a later time. All of these warm-ups are basically, it's like a library. Every time I go live on the Robin's Nest, the video or the session, I should say, is saved on YouTube. So if you want to go back and watch this later, hey, Manuel, if you want to go back and watch this later, you absolutely can, okay? You don't have to do the whole thing now. So if it hurts, if it's painful, if it's uncomfortable, just come back later. Okay, come back later. Let's see what else is there. I'm a higher voice, and so I'm probably going to start all these warm-ups in a higher space. If you are a lower voice, feel free to join me an octave below, okay? And don't stretch beyond what feels comfortable to you, right? Because again, I'm not there with you to make sure that you're stretching healthily, right? So if it gets too high or it gets too low, just hang back. Wait for us to come back within your range and you should be a-okay and fine. All right? All right, so if you're hanging out with me today, if you're here with me for the Robin's Nest Live, say hello. Make sure you say what's up. Okay? We're going to do some agility practice. But first, we need to warm up. Hello there. Let's see. Thank you so much. That's so kind of you to say. I want to make sure I say the name correctly, but you know who I'm talking to. I'm talking to you. Thank you for saying that. That's so kind. All right, let's do it. Let's stretch first because we want to make sure that we ain't got, excess tension before we get into this sort of practice. So let's take our head over the left shoulder. And as I always say, I'm doing these warm-ups sitting down because I have to play the keyboard for us. But if you can do these warm-ups standing, that's going to be great. It's going to be really great for you. Great for your support, your breath, your body, all the things. So if you can do these warm-ups standing, that'd be awesome. And if you can do them standing and walking around and staying loose, that's even better. Okay, other shoulder. Good. Breathe. And let me just say, if this is your first time hanging out with me, okay, I'm Ashley Robin. Nice to meet you. This is the Robin's Nest. This is a virtual academy made for musicians and artists just like you who are serious about succeeding at the craft. And so the Robin's Nest Live is all about creating a safe space for us to grow together. I'm live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And we do stuff like this all the time. Chin to chest. Relax. Good, let's look up at the ceiling now. Okay. Stretching the front of the neck. Put your hand in the center of your chest, pull down. Yeah. This is my favorite. Oh. Okay, now take your tongue and try to touch your nose. Mm-hmm. Nice. Bring it up. All right, you can lightly shake your head from side to side. All right. Good stuff. And if you want to get some shoulder action in, go ahead and just quickly roll your shoulders. Because again, we want to be free of tension as much as possible. You know what I'm saying? So, Good. Hey, everybody. If you're just joining me, we are warming up. We're about to do some vocal agility exercises. Oh. All right, let's do some consonant pulses. We're going to do them to the beat. This is the beat. I'm going to call out the consonant, and we're just going to pulse. Make sure that the power of that consonant is coming from your core. Get ready? And we're starting with K. Go. S-H. F. T. V. Good. You should have felt that in your core. Every time you did a consonant, your core should have firmed up. You should have felt that in your upper abdomen. All right, let's do a controlled exhale now. We're going to breathe in for 4. We're going to pause for 2. Then we're going to for as long as we can. All right, let's do it. Here we go. Breathe in. Okay, let's do that again. I gotta wait for the beat to drop though. Let's do that one more time. In for 4, pause for 2, S for as long as you can. Ready? Here we go. All right, get ready to breathe. Relax. Okay, now breathe in. Okay, one more time. We're gonna change the count. So we're gonna breathe in for 2, pause for 1, and S for as long as we can. Okay? And in fact, I think we'll even do a 4th one where we do 1 and then we exhale. Okay? But this is in for 2, pause for 1, then S for as long as we can. Get ready? Now breathe. Good. How you doing? I hope that y'all are okay. All right, we're gonna do this one last time, our controlled exhale. So we're gonna breathe in on one beat, pause for like nothing, and then we're gonna S for as long as we can. And this one actually resembles what it looks like to breathe well while you're singing, right? Because you don't always have a whole lot of time, right? So let's focus on getting a good amount of air in one beat. Then let there be a slight pause, right, for the abdominal muscles to, or your diaphragm to get ready. And then We'll S for as long as we can. Okay, here we go. Get ready. And ooh. Good one. How did that one go? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the chat how you're doing. All right, so now that we've finished our stretching and our breathing, let's get into our vocalization, okay? Every moment, we're getting closer and closer to the agility that we need. But first, we got to make sure that our voice is awake. We got to make sure that our voice is awake and ready to go. So, what do we got? There we go. All right. So we are going to do our vocalization starting with our usual. We're going to hum in the span of a fifth. Okay, that's how we're going to do it. That's how we're going to begin on YouTube and Instagram. I am pulling up the keyboard. Sorry that TikTok doesn't get to see the keyboard, but you know, you'll be okay. I believe in you. So this is the key that we're in. Okay, and we are going to hum in the span of a fifth. It's going to sound like this. Let's go up. Bring that core in. It's like it should have always been with you. Last one. Okay. Should the tone be more or less nasal? I think less nasal than a nya, because we're not going like, right? We're just humming. So yeah, it could be there's probably a touch of nasality in there, but it's not like full nasal, right? And nasality or a sense of nasality can help us bring our voices forward. So we definitely want our voices to be forward. We don't want like, we want our voice forward, but we also don't want to be like, all right. So there's a middle ground. Yeah, absolutely. That's literally why I'm live. I'm live here to answer your question. That's the whole shebang. I'm glad that you're here. All right, let's do lip trills. All right, so. One of these days I'm gonna be a good keyboardist. Today is not that day. Here we go. Yeah. So don't let this warm up be a shallow activity. Use your body. Bring your body into this. Don't just be like up here, right? You need your whole body. Exactly. That's exactly right. That's exactly right, Annie Ray. Exactly. You need full breath support in order to make sure that your lips stay in a trill. And in order to get, like, you cannot do a lip trill without full body support. So that's why the exercise is so great, right? So make sure that you're not checking out and going to lunch, right, in your head. Make sure you're not checking out. Make sure that you're staying with the activity, okay? I think we were here. Here we are. Let's go up. Last one. All right, we're going to go down the keyboard now. We are going to go down the keyboard. We're going to slide down an arpeggio. Now, you got some options. You can do your puffy cheeks, so you can go. Just make sure that there's actual air coming through your lips, right? So if you want, you can put your finger in front of your face, like think like you're blowing out a birthday candle. And just make sure that there's air coming through. Like, don't choke yourself, right? Let there be air flowing through. You could also do it on lip trills. You can stay on lip trills, right? And so that would sound like this. If you got a singing straw or a Dr. Box like me, you can use that. I'm going to use my Dr. Box. I've always been using it today. It's all covered in lipstick. So it's going to sound like this for me. Okay, let's go down. Parallel. Chin parallel to the floor. Posture aligned. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Okay. Hi, Chris. All right. Let's do some wheeze from down here. Wee. So we're going to go wee, 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 wee. Let's go. Wee, 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 wee. Up. Wee, 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 wee. Wee, 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 wee. Nice and short. Wee, 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 wee. Wee, 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 wee. Full voice. Wee, 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 wee. At the same time, don't push. Wee, 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 wee. sorry, y'all. We. Good. Now we're gonna slide. One more. Wow. That was interesting. I've never felt that before. Just now when I did the wee, I could feel the vibration in like my entire core. Like the whole thing was vibrating. Which is really, really cool. I must have really been in my chest voice, like big business in my chest voice this time. So yeah, you might feel those kinds of sensations as you're practicing. You want to make note of those things, right? Pay attention to the way your body feels when you execute certain techniques, because you can't always rely on your ear, right? You have to be able to rely on what it feels like to do it right, because there are some cases in which like your ear is not really going to be all that reliable, meaning like you can't hear yourself, like you're at a gig or whatever, you're singing and the mic system maybe is not the best, or like, there's so many instances where you could be singing in a situation where you can't hear yourself as well as you would like. And so in that case, when you are practicing, when you are, doing your lessons with whoever you do lessons with, you could be doing them with me, but you know what I'm saying, you do your lessons with whoever you're doing your lessons with, right? Pay attention to what it feels like when your coach tells you that you're doing it right. Hello there. Hi, Control. Yeah, pay attention to what it felt like when your coach told you you were doing it right, because that is a really, really good indicator that you can hold on to for the future, right? So you're not just relying on like, okay, what do I sound like from the inside of all this bone and muscle and brain and veins and stuff? You get what I'm saying? All right. Let's see. We did our wheeze. Let's do. Because I had exercises I wanted to do. I know the agility exercises I want to do. But I'm thinking about adding a new one right here in the middle. Let's do lip trills again. Okay. We're going to do. Up here, let's say goal is to get it in one voice, one breath, right? So take a good breath, right? Okay. I didn't do it on one breath either, so don't worry. But that's the goal. That's the standard, right? So we're going. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, and let's go down. Let's change the vowel. So let's say me. Me. So you might be experiencing this too, because I'm warming up with you. I'm making a mental note here because as we're doing these exercises, I'm starting to feel myself get tense right up around here, right? The root of my tongue is getting tense. My jaw is tensing up because my voice is moving faster. And it's like my jaw, my tongue, like this whole part of my body wants to help. But really what I needed to do is relax and get out of the way, right? And so if you ever feel like you're doing vocal agility exercises and like your jaw wants to help, your tongue wants to help, right? Tell your jaw and your tongue to relax, okay? Just to chill out, okay? Because the vocal folds have it down. Like the vocal folds can do it, right? The other parts of the body do not need to chip in, right? They're actually getting in the way, okay? You're feeling like your ear is popping? That's interesting. I don't really know why you would be feeling that. But, oops, what key were we in? I don't remember now. What key were we in? I think we were here-ish. All right, so me. Right? So just make sure that your tongue is like relaxed at the bottom of your mouth, right? Make sure that your jaw is relaxed as well as you do these exercises. Let's go down. And me. how fast time flies when you're doing these warm-ups. Like, I don't know why it's already 12:37, but I definitely don't want to do this too far past 12:50 because I do have to teach Better Ear Bootcamp, which, if you want to improve your ear, like if you want to work on hearing keys and following chords, using the number system and harmonization, you should totally sign up for Better Ear Bootcamp. I'm doing it next week earlier because next week, in the United States, it is Thanksgiving. And so I'm doing it for 2 days at the beginning of next week, okay? So it's Monday and Tuesday. If you want to hang with me and work on those ear training skills, thank you for the follow, Caleb. If you want to hang out with me and work on those skills together, definitely head to the link where the links be at, sign up for Better Ear Bootcamp, and I'll make sure that, we get the work in, okay? But yes, so we're going to be done at 12:50. So let's transition. Let's do some more. Let's do the exercises that I actually wanted to do with you today. Okay, so we're working on agility through patterns. We're doing pattern work, okay? And so the first exercise we're going to do is a descending thirds pattern, okay? And in fact, I almost forgot. All right, we gotta throw the beats on so we can be entertained. All right, so the pattern is gonna sound like this. Okay, on E. Okay, let's do we. We. Let's go up. Take it up. Very nice. Let's go up. Take a good breath. Give me vibrato at the end. Let's go up. Keep it loose. Don't get stiff. All right. Thank you. Let's go up. I hope you're at home making beautiful sounds too. Okay, let's go up. Okay, let's switch the word. Let's go to you now. And you. Make sure we work out as many vowels as we can. You. One more time. Okay, let's take it up and keep it light, don't push. Take it up. Try to keep everything nice and neutral, relaxed, right? Don't do a whole lot of jaw stuff. Let's go up. Your vocal folds can handle it, right? You don't need to do a whole lot of, right? Yeah, support yourself with your core. Alright, let's do way. Hey, let's open up. Thank you for the follow. Hey, lay that tongue down. Don't let it jump up. Let's go up. Hey, way is the word. go up. Hey. One more time. Hey. Let's go up. Hey. We're pretty high now. Ease up. Don't overdo it. Hey. One more time for me. That first note was not. It was lackluster. One more time. Let's do it. Hey. That's better. Thank you for the follow. Thank you, Dane. All right, cool. So now let's do a different exercise. We're going to do a twisty, twirly sort of thing. It's going to feel like it's turning around, right? All right, so it's going to sound like this. Let me see. Let's do it halftime first. Okay, so right, like that. Let's do it. Let's go down. Let's do me actually. So now that we have the pattern, let's see if we can do it half as fast. Not half as fast, twice as fast. So it's gonna sound like this. And me. Okay, that's the pattern. One more time. Me. Let's go down. One more time. Me. How about you? I gotta do that one again. Let's do it again. You. Let's go down. Whoa. Let's do it again. You, right? That's why you gotta make sure you do them in all your vowels, because you might be able to do it pretty easily in one vowel, then you switch vowels and it's like, what? So make sure when you practice your agility or anything, any vocal technique, when you practice it, do your best to practice it on as many vowels as you can, so you can get to all the stuff that might be hiding, right? So one more time, and yeah, it was a little hard for me today, but whatever. I need a lot of support. Let me slow down. Let's slow down. Right? So it's and then sped up. Interesting. Let's go down. I feel like I can only do it in a certain rhythm. Two more. Last one. Okay, cool. So what does that show me? That shows me I gotta work on my ooh, woo, 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 woo. I gotta work on that in my oohs. Okay, but yeah, when you practice agility patterns, you just want to make sure that you do them in as many vowels as you can. That way you can uncover if there's anything weird going on. So like, it would feel different, for instance, like say if we did like we did like, hey, that feels different than whoo and me and na. Like all of those vowels require something different of your singing muscles in a way. Like it's the same, but it's different at the same time. And so when you practice your agility exercises, make sure that you do them in as many vowels as you can. Okay? All right. How did you do? Tell me in the chat. Did you enjoy today's vocal agility workout? I hope that you did. Let's take a second to cool down now. All right. So I think I'll leave the beat on today. I'm going to grab my Dr. Vox again. If you want to do lip trills, you can. If you want to do puffy cheeks, you can. But we're going to descend, as is the Robin's Nest Live tradition. We're going to descend in a major 7 chord. Okay, so it's going to sound like this. Let's go a little higher than that. We're not high enough. Let me see. Should be about here. That's usually where we start. So you can do lip trills. You can do that. Or you can do puffy cheeks, right? If you got a Dr. Vox or singing straw, you can go. I'm going to use my Dr. Vox. Let's do it. Relaxation and recovery. My bad. Last one. Okay. All right. How does your voice feel? Tell me in the chat. If you hung out with me the whole time and did the whole warm-up, how does your voice feel? My voice definitely feels ready for action, ready to do whatever it needs to do today. Feeling good, feeling great, feeling nice. Yes, so that's the benefit of warming up. And, you know, for all my singers out there or people out there who use your voice for a living in one way or another, you know, if you get in the habit of warming up at the beginning of your day, every day, you will not be, disappointed. It is a really, really good habit to get into. So that is the end. That is the end of our warm-up session today. Okay, really, really happy that you decided to hang out with me today. Okay, and I see you, Delaney. You are fine. You're fine. Don't worry. I think I said it wrong. Delani. Sorry, Delani. You're fine. Don't worry about it. Because you can watch this over again. If you missed the warm-up, you can absolutely positively head to my YouTube channel. Every warm-up that we do, or every exercise session that we do in the Robin's Nest Live, is saved on my YouTube channel. So you can go back and do this again if you want to, like, you know, go over it again. You absolutely positively can. And before I leave you all here today, I want to make sure that you are aware of the things that are going on in the Robin's Nest really quick. You're very welcome. First of all, tomorrow at 1 o'clock Eastern. I keep getting it mixed up. Tomorrow at 1 o'clock Eastern, I am doing my Intro to Modes class. So if you've been seeing my posts, you've been wondering, like, what are all these weird words that she's using to describe these scales and harmonies and blah, 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 blah. Come to Intro to Modes. I will explain the whole thing. Okay? So, join me tomorrow. You can sign up. The link is in my profile if you're watching me on Insta or TikTok. And, well, I didn't put the link in the description on YouTube. I think I will, in case you're watching this later on. But Instagram, TikTok has the link in my profile. If you want to join me for Intro to Modes, come hang out with me tomorrow, 1 o'clock to about 2, maybe 2:15-ish. You can come ask me your questions. And I'm basically going to explain what the heck I've been talking about all this time in my posts. Okay, so if you want to join me for that, definitely come. Let's see, if you want help with your ear in terms of being able to find keys by ear, if you want help with the number system, if you want help approaching harmony, then you should totally come to Better Ear Boot Camp. My next Better Ear Boot Camp session is going to be Monday and Tuesday, okay? This Monday and this Tuesday is Better Ear Boot Camp. I'm getting it done at the beginning of the week because later in the week is, you know, holiday time for people in the United States. So join me for that. What else is there? Oh, my coaching calendar is open, y'all. So if you would like to work privately, one-on-one, you absolutely positively can, okay? Instagram, TikTok, the link is in my profile. On YouTube, I'm going to add my coaching link to the description as soon as I'm done on live today. Okay, but if you want to work one-on-one, I offer coaching sessions in vocals, songwriting, ear training, and production. So if you want to work one-on-one with the scales I've been talking about too, that's an option, okay? So check out the link. There's so many options there that you can choose, you know, to get into a one-to-one session with me. So I hope to see you soon. What else is there? Oh, Black Friday is coming. I'm just going to throw that out there. Black Friday is on the way, okay? And the Robin's Nest is participating in the Black Friday festivities. That's all I'm going to say for now. So keep your eyes open, keep your ears open, keep your ears to the streets. Because the Robin's Nest is participating in Black Friday festivities this year. So, you know, you'll want to be around on the 28th. Pay attention. Because the 28th is going to be a really, really cool day at the Robin's Nest. All right, y'all. I'm going to peace out now, okay? We have had a really, really great session. Thank you for hanging out. And yeah, remember that I am live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Mondays, we do vocal warm-ups that promote vocal health. I also take vocal technique questions on that day, so we do Q&A as well. Wednesdays, we do ear training. That's our big ear training session. And on Fridays, we focus more on our vocal agility. So if you want to join me on any of those days or all of those days, definitely come hang out with me. Next week will probably be a little bit different, of course, because again, it is a holiday week. But for the most part, that is the schedule. And so I have been Ashley Robin. This has been the Robin's Nest Live. Take care of your voices. Keep training your ears. And I will see you again very, very